Hello, everyone. I am joined today by Josh Campbell. He's a senior program manager in the Energy Efficiency Division at Texas New Mexico Power, and they're a utility provider. You guys are serving more than 270,000 homes and businesses in the DFW, West Texas, and Gulf Coast areas. That's a really big provider area. And today we're going to discuss some of the incentives that Texas New Mexico Power offers to commercial property owners who choose to invest in energy efficiency at their new and existing properties. So thanks so much for joining us today, Josh.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So just start by walking us through what the TNMP, let me make sure I get that adjective or that acronym correct, incentives, what's available to commercial property owners who choose to make these improvements.
Yeah. So for commercial property owners, we offer the Commercial Solutions Program. This is a market transformation program that provides a few different tools and resources to help customers get started, and then also pays cash incentives when customers install eligible equipment upgrades. The main focus being on peak demand reduction and energy savings. So kind of some tools as well as that cash incentive to help buy down the upfront cost of making those investments.
Very good. And so, who exactly is eligible for this incentive? I know that there are certain boundaries that you guys operate in. So, who's eligible geographically?
Yeah, so for this program, it would be offered to TNMP customers. So as many folks know, Texas is mostly a deregulated state, meaning that there are transmission and distribution service providers manage the infrastructure. They get the power through the poles and lines to the home or to the business. And those are kind of set geographies. So for this program, it would be TNMP, but I encourage folks to find out who their local transmission and distribution utility is, because many of them offer programs identical or nearly identical to what we offer.
Very good. So, some of what you're describing today is sort of applicable no matter where you are, depending on who your provider is.
Yeah, yeah. Look, find who that is, reach out to them, and see what programs they offer. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So, for someone who chooses to embark in the Commercial Solutions Program, what are some of the resources that they have access to as part of that program?
Yeah, so everyone is kind of at a different point in the journey when it comes to energy efficiency. So we usually have a conversation to kind of find out where they are. If someone calls us and maybe they've purchased a new building, or they've got a facility, they don't know where to start, we're happy to do what we call an opportunity assessment. We can walk the building with them, look for kind of some of that lower hanging fruit. We can quantify what some of those recommendations would be. The program is vendor neutral, so we would be focused on types of projects and energy savings. We don't promote any specific vendor or manufacturer. We just want to help people understand what the opportunities are in their building. If they choose to move forward and to complete a retrofit or do some sort of project, then we would work with them to calculate the estimated energy savings. And then those savings are what the cash incentive is based on. So we can really help the customer kind of understand the full kind of financial picture and then decide if they want to move forward with a project.
And can people who are starting from scratch on a new development also tap into this incentive?
Yeah, new construction is eligible. So a retrofit energy savings are obviously based on sort of a before and after calculation. For new construction, the energy savings are based on the performance above what is required by code. So obviously, if you're exceeding IECC with your new build, we will estimate those savings, and there's an incentive for that as well.
Awesome. Very good. So, what are some of the most common improvements that participants in this program are making to their properties?
Yeah, the most common would be lighting, HVAC, and roofing. And those are your heavy hitters, especially in Texas. Most of your electric load is from your HVAC. Lighting is a popular one because of how affordable LED is. I mean, it's almost the standard, basically is required by code, but there are still a lot of old fluorescent lighting, a lot of HID lighting. So yeah, those would be the three, as well as roofing, white reflective roofing, improving the R value. Those are all like measures that we've seen a lot of success with.
Very good. Awesome. So, can you paint a picture of what this kind of looks like in practice? Do you have a recent project that you can talk about and how that benefited the property owner?
Yeah, we do. It's pretty lighting and HVAC heavy. I think one success story recently that I like to talk about, it was a kind of a multi-use commercial facility. It was multi-story. We engaged with the building owner. He had a new tenant moving in, and he was only kind of looking at retrofitting and renovating a portion of the building. We did the inspection. We worked up some estimates for him on the incentive. The dollars and cents worked out for him, so he moved forward with the project. And then he was able to take the energy savings and the cash incentive and let that kind of snowball into another project. And I think we're now in like the fourth or fifth phase of projects with him. So in his case, he couldn't afford to do the whole thing at once, but leveraging the benefit of the incentives with the energy cost savings helped him sell it to his stakeholders and gain approval to kind of tackle it one phase at a time.
Oh, that's very cool. So you can tap into this incentive more than once.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So the programs run calendar year and they're first come, first serve. But we welcome discussions around future projects that are maybe 1, 2, 3 years out. We love getting visibility into that pipeline.
That's awesome. So are you able to sort of quantify the consumption savings that have been realized since this program's inception? And I'm not sure exactly when it started.
Yeah, so a few cool stats. Since 2002, TNMP, through the measures and projects completed in the program, TNMP has seen over 151 megawatts of peak demand reduction, as well as 264,000 megawatt hours of consumption savings. So that's energy consumption savings. We've paid out over $56 million in cash incentives.
Very cool. And those energy consumption stats, are those annual or since the program started?
Yeah, that's per year.
Per year. Very good. Awesome. We love to hear it. So much of what you're describing is pretty similar to what CPACE financing kind of supports, energy savings, water consumption savings. So if a property owner had tapped into CPACE financing and they also wanted to leverage the commercial solutions program to sort of maximize their investment, would that work? How would that look? Have you had
Yeah,
any clients do that in the past?
yeah, we've had kind of a diverse kind of array of ways that participants have secured financing. CPACE really goes hand in hand with our program because of the focus on efficiency and sustainability. But we kind of welcome the projects from however they come. But in this case, it would make a lot of sense to look into both, kind of both avenues.
Yeah, they definitely sort of complement each other, it seems. Makes a lot of sense. So, what is the first step that a property owner should take if they're interested in the commercial solutions program?
Yeah, the first step would just be to reach out to us and we can talk a little bit about maybe the project or the measures that they had in mind and see kind of what the timeline is and how we can assist and be involved with the project.
Awesome. Very good. So that's all the questions that I had for you. I'm very grateful for your insight and expertise. Guys, at the end of this video, we will have contact info for Josh and where you can go to learn more about the Commercial Solutions program. And as always, if you have questions about CPACE financing and how that can benefit your development, feel free to reach out to Lone Star PACE. Thanks so much, Josh.
All right, thank you.